Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell down below. This will be a channel thoughts message for March 2022. If you're interested in any of our double confirmation and extendeds, they are available in our Dreamer community, which is located down below. I think that is all my church announcements. Hope everybody is doing well. Before I start, let me tell you this. Coming into March, there's going to be like a strong emphasis on your ground. Not so much on you just standing on what you believe and you standing on what is right, but you're going to realize something about how you move that's going to, I would say, help keep you motivated. At the same time, it's more of a self-realization. Like, you realize that how you react to certain things now, or maybe more than certain things or out of the ordinary, you respond to way more mature than what you used to. You can't really pinpoint when this happens. It just clicks. It's the word I hear is initiation, but it's just like it clicks for you now. So knowing that it clicks for you and what clicks for you, you kind of have this suave way of like dismissing shit, because pretty much you're at this point in this place where not so much you don't give a crap, but it's more of an emphasis on what you choose to be purposeful for. It's not going to be easily brought down by somebody else's needing to take from you in order to feel like they're receiving something. It feels more as if like you're realizing where people are students and you're now building up to being an instructor. Just like, before you actually become an actual full-blown teacher, they always say the best experience besides the teacher's assistant is you being a substitute teacher. So you're past that teacher's assistant, you're past that substitute teacher, you are on your way to being an instructor. And a lot of times with being an instructor, you have to understand your purpose. You got to understand what grade you're teaching in order for it to click. Okay, again, it's coming back to you. Like it's coming to you. Like you're starting to understand something is starting to click. Not only does your ground have reasons for people to come around, but they're solidly grounded, because no matter what season, what time it is, you're always going to reproduce. You're not going to stop. You're going to continue. So little things that come up now that may feel as if like they didn't take you off your pivot, but it makes you give a side eye to even more things. Well, if it gives you the side eye, that means logically you're registering what's going on, versus you emotionally react, and it kind of puts you back in that student atmosphere. So kudos to you and good for you. So that's what I have for the first download. The second download, y'all be very careful, because even though we have to wear a mask, certain places still take that very seriously. And then there's some people who have very laid back points of views of it. Just because we don't have to wear a mask out here amongst people like we used to doesn't mean that people are used to not being behind, they're used to being behind a mask, because that's their normal makeup. That's their regular makeup, okay? Like, that's their stripes. They're not going to change. So given that we are in a time of age where we're going back and forth about wearing a mask or not, understand that there's some people around you, you may think they have their mask off. They don't. So those two downloads I've been receiving for the last 2 or 3 weeks have been very heavy, very, very heavy. And we're going to see what's going on for March 2022. You're going into this feeling like, I ain't got time for these motherfuckers. I know what it is and how I want to live like. And the forces are with you, the universe is with you, because now you're on the other side and you understand what it means for you to see yourself for who you are and to take others pretty much is what they show you. So it's interesting. It's interesting. But we all grow up. That's what I hear. We all grow up. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and see what your channel thought messages are going to be for March 2022. Okay, on the bottom you have guilt. Underneath that of the deck you have abundance and success. You had a lot of good cards up underneath that. I feel like this is a person that is in your energy. Someone is jealous of you. Like I said, someone's wearing a mask and they don't feel bad about them either doing you wrong or trying to do something that's going to take you away from your purpose. Okay, you had the grief in reverse, envy in the upright, purpose in the reverse, and fear in the upright. And on the bottom you had guilt in the upright, followed by abundance and success. I think someone sees your abundance and success. And you know, when people try so hard to strive for what they see you have, they don't understand the process. Everybody has their own process. The more and the higher you want to go up, it's going to require more patience for you to get there and to understand the walk to be able to get to where you need to be. And you understand that because it's your journey. But it feels like someone around you felt as if getting you out the way was more of them getting their way. And somewhere in this, there's going to be some guilt arising. This is the overall energy here. The guilt is going to arise because, you know, look, you reap what you sow. And a lot of times people think more methodically of getting someone out their way than strategically understanding down the line. This is going to be a strain to any relationship, especially if so happens you decided to become friends with this person and this person does this to you. Like, the only way they can be jealous of you and know what you got going on is the fact of they were close enough to understand what your purpose is, and yours may have been bigger than theirs. So the fear of you getting ahead, knowing that you have potential to succeed, they don't feel bad about what you've done, or they may have already had some type of like characteristic or instinct to not give a fuck anyway. So you coming in and being a person that walks in like this Empress energy 9 times out of 10. You walk in this 10 of Pentacle energy 9 times out of 10. You know, who wants to see that when they're struggling to identify? That's what's happening here. It's not so much of you being in the wrong building. You may very well be in the wrong room. Alright, so we're going to see what's going on with this. But this is strongly an energy of someone seeing your glow and your resilience, and they want to dim your light. They want to dim your light. But with abundance, it's kind of hard for you to take the light from someone who has had it instilled in them to be able to be that high of a voltage for any and everybody to see. And I will be straight honest with you. I hear them saying, if they can't take your brightness, if they can't take your shine, and they don't want to wear shades, then maybe it's time for you to rotate again to another room, to another location, to another place, to other people, because now you've outgrown those people. Anytime they're coming in and they're coming in to tear you down and not build you up, that is someone that you've outgrown, or better yet, that's someone that really doesn't grow past being benign. And then, you know, what happens? Nothing, if any. And when people get into that stalemate mentality, and then they see people who are very motivated and they have hustle and drive and ambition, you have purpose, They're threatened by that because someone who sees their purpose understands who they are. And if someone is not understanding who they are, how are they to accept all of your resilience when they're still trying to learn how to get to where you are? Be careful who you tell your stories to. Be careful who you tell your life stories to. It's someone that is around you that is really faking the funk and faking the friend thing. I hear not all success you have is success that you should share with people. Watch how they move. Watch their motives. Watch what gets them going and what does not. Watch how laid back they are and how much they're not. Either way you look at it, they don't want to see you on the up and up. On the up and up. So make sure you understand the difference between the shapes of corners and circles, because not everybody that's in your circle is in your corner. Okay. All right. So, boy, now I'm starting to hear the that backstabber song. Smile on your face, on time, wanna take your place, the backstabber. Backstabber. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing in my head. Like, what in the world? Y'all, look, let me tell you something, okay? I hear some of y'all are trying to gain strength in the weakest places, and some weakest places need to just go ahead and just cease off, because there's really nothing you can do other than start over. All right, it's just like when you clip your dead ends on your hair. It's just like when it's time for you to trim your garden and your bushes and stuff back, your trimmings. You're not going to be able to revitalize what's already been in the process of making and breaking. What you need to do with how you're moving right now is either be amongst like-minded, meaning that at least they're not lost in what they're wanting to go after, and let that be your place. Okay? You don't have to play a role for anything else. All right? Just that place. You need to get to that place. It's better to be in a room amongst people who all share the acknowledgement and are open to sharing acknowledgement than it is for you to be in a room of people who want your knowledge, but they have no acknowledgement of what they need to do to get right and on their own track. All right. I was hoping just to get this in, out, and done and over with. And I'm over the downloads. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what is. Let it come out. What is going on from March 2022? Let it be known. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm going to get all your cards out, and then we're going to converse, okay? Here we go. I'm going to get these out the way so that way I can pull this up a little bit. You guys have a lot going on for March, definitely. Let me get this over here. Y'all are tripping me out. I had someone send me a message. I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick. Someone sent me a message asking, why is it that I don't spit out channel thought messages every day like some folks that read cards and everything like that. First, I give messages, all right? From time to time, I may say reading, but you will hear me say more often messages because that's what it is. And if my energy is not receiving downloads, if they're not urging me to put out this call or this message, then I don't deal. Because I don't I would rather, you know, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, if you got your message out and you got your point clear, don't go beating a dead horse and don't go doing more than what you need to, because then there's extra and you got to filter through that. So it's easier and more potent and blatant for my messages to come when I do them and when I'm called to, than to get up here every day, make up a topic, and just be shooting off the same deck of cards or every other same deck of cards just to get views. I feel as if, like, if you know what your calling is to be when you have to give these messages, you're not going to do it fully for yourself per se. Okay, it's fun, it's great and everything, but yeah, I kind of do just what I'm told. Pretty much. I'm pretty much do what I told. But that's the answer for the person out there that is a subscriber that asks. Like, if it's in my energy and I'm feeling this really high vibration wise around me, then yeah, I address the elephant in the room. Outside of that, I haven't had anyone come back yet and tell me one of my channel thought messages has been wrong. It may have gotten time. It may have taken time for them to receive or see and realize what I said, but they don't come back and tell me, you know, the opposite. So that's why. And if I'm going to do this, you got to understand also, I'm sharing my energy. All right, I'm sharing my energy. I'm putting me to the side, and I'm sharing my energy. And you can only give but so much, because, honey, this ain't the 1900s no more. You can't give everything all the time. I think that's why a lot of people who do this, they become very, very drained, and they look road and they look hard in the face, because this is what they do all day long. And in order for your energy to still be in a positive level or at a positive rate, you have to be sure that you filter out your own, so that way you know what you're still genuinely giving is motivated by bona fide reasons, not just material and man-made. So I do this more for the spirit than for the financial gain. We need more angels than a lot of us need dollar bills, okay? If we can find our center and stay centered and stay in control, you know, the blessings can rain down, because you reap what you sow, you get back what you put out. But if you're just doing it for the love of the money, and you're doing it just so, you know, you can have those man-made things, I mean, they're just as good as moth-eaten as any silk cloth, any silk shirt. So it's more like, you know, check your energy, so then that way what you give out, you are aware of. So this is why I don't do a lot of these all at the same time. If I have the urge, like I did like a couple of weeks ago, then I'll pay attention, I'll follow directions. But outside of that, nope. So, but anyway, something told me to address that. So cool. Someone told me to address that, so that's cool. Oh. Overall energy on the bottom is the Queen of Cups in reverse, followed by the Wheel and the Six of Swords. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So we are gathered here today to talk about what I just said in the beginning. And it's cool. It is cool. Alright, so I see two different things here. I see a bit of a love message, but at the same time, like I said, I definitely see this having a lot more of the energy being directed towards your purpose. And a lot of times, what do we not know or realize? Our purpose is what? Connected to our soul, right? And the battle is not in flesh and blood. It's in what? Okay. So when it comes down these days and times, I think we all have gotten past the surface identification as to how people move, being energy wise, being if they, they're a good person or a bad person. So knowing this now, somewhere, like I said, in those downloads that I received, there, you have a very close, you had a very close knit of friends. You had someone within a circle around you. Perhaps you guys work together. Perhaps maybe y'all business partners. Y'all were business partners. Maybe y'all were co-workers, etc. Y'all were people who were in the same, business circle or intimate circle of knowing people. This feels more career driven than anything like a workplace situation. But Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they don't want you in their spot. I just heard, like, they don't want you in their spot. All right, so there's some things going around that, though you may feel as if, like, I hear you brought something to the table, they don't want a place mat for you. It's not so much that you can't do it. It's the fact of 4 is too much and 3 is already a crowd. It was almost as if, like, I hear executive decision. On the flip side, let me tell you this. It's okay for you to be career driven. I understand stability and you want to be stable. At the same time, you wanting and desiring very wholeheartedly to be stable. On the flip side of you having the fear of being open and receiving, someone to console you, to romance you, having that intimate relationship, you feel like Eight of Pentacles in reverse, 4 Swords. I don't know if it's just the fact of you need to rest because you're exhausted spiritually and emotionally and now mentally. But in order for you to really kickstart and get back into the groove of doing what it is that you love and you have a passion to do, you probably do need to rest. You do need to use that time to help you heal and rejuvenate. Because I also hear like a writer's block, like there's an artistic block there. And a lot of that can come from, if you do practice your passion, a lot of you may be entrepreneurs. So if you were to take your attention and split it between you making sure that you're stable and you can get your coin, and you got to be careful and watch out for people trying to put you as a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, or better yet, this could be a person who is a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They see your purpose and they don't want you to have shit, so they having a meeting of the minds behind your back. All right, I just got mad for a moment. So I feel somebody with this. At the same time, you fear having a companion. You fear having someone stand close as shoulder to shoulder with you. All right. So between your work life, feeling some type of way to, out there towards you, and you having this fear of being close to somebody, you probably definitely do feel isolated. You feel like nothing's happening for you. You feel like you have walked away more than you've walked towards something that was worth you keeping. Why is it seeming like you're always the one that has to do the most? Everybody can stay in the same place. They can go and do people how they want to do people, number by number, take a number by number, take a number. And yet, it's always you that's in motion, I hear someone say. Why is it always me in motion? Well, trees of life versus people who love knowledge, there's always going to be a maximum. There's always going to be a cap, a glass ceiling when it comes to you, coming across people who just want to pick and take. That's all they can do. Both of those verbs don't say shit about them giving you anything. The rain gives you water and nutrients. The sunlight does that as well. And what happens with trees every season? Every season, they reproduce. You're not With you having to always seem like you're the one walking away to either be the better person or to find better and bigger things or something else because this won't work and that came along, you are in this discouraged place, this discouraged corner where, you don't want to give anymore. You don't care to, you don't care for, it's like you don't care to give out, but you understand not giving anything gives you nothing. Okay, that's what I'm getting. What's so crazy is single-handedly, I feel 10 of cups, you're able to do for yourself, like when you are with you, you got you. You have your own back. At the same time, though you yearn for a Knight of Cups, you don't feel as if like that's possible. You have a fear of the unknown of that being possible because of your track record, I heard. Every stop, there was something that pissed on you. For every stop, there was an emotion that was subtracted from you. Nothing was added, nothing was multiplied. And what's so crazy is the fact of it still bothers you. 5 of Cups in reverse. It still bothers you. You find strength in knowing that you walked away. 10 of Wands. You found strength in walking away. But that's a lot of baggage to keep carrying every single time. And so 5 of Wands, you're in your head. You're in your head. Like you just don't know. And it's like Queen of Cups, the overall energy, like I said, the 8 of Swords behind that and the Wheel. It's like you had a chapter that closed, right? Maybe this past retrograde, something really had to let it be known, like, bitch, it's time for you to come to the other side of you laid out your seeds, and now we about to go right back into the season, bitch, of you actually being able to see the fruits of your labor. So just let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow you. Let it be. It is what it is. Just know and understand this question. If so happens you are able to see the vibrant and the brightness of the light that you shine, and you allow your passion and your purpose to put you in this place to show your zeal to everyone who appreciates your craft, who is like, say for instance, like they're a customer for your product. You are in this position where not so much of you're needing to be needed, but you're wanted because it's something that, again, like a tree, every season it produces fruit, no matter who takes it, if it falls off, etc. And so again, you're coming into this season where you felt like, yep, I may have to pack up, I may have to close some doors off, but guess what? Every season comes to an end. It's time for you to move again. It's time for you to move again. But this time around, you're in your head because you don't know what it is emotionally you're feeling. Emotionally, you don't know what it is that you're feeling. So, let's do some clarifying, okay? Because maybe that will help. So, let's clarify the 4 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. I feel like you had instinct as to something was going on. You had instinct of something was going on. You kind of knew when things were going to come to an end. Let me see. How about we just go ahead and just clarify it the old traditional way, huh? We just do that. We just do that. What is the overall energy? What's the outcome? That's what it is. Wow. You had a 4 of Cups in reverse for the spread. In your outcome, you had the 4 of Cups in the upright. So something switched. Something changed. Oh, here we go with this second storyline again. Okay. Oh, it's like I can't even shuffle. Okay. Let me get it out. Wow, y'all. Y'all got, what is going on? What is going on? Y'all outcomes gonna be crazy. Well, you know, March is longer than February, right? So that would make sense. Oh, okay. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm talking to the camera like you my homegirl back home. I'm gonna beat you up. Oh, all right. You got two storylines here. It's crazy because your concerns are both professional and personal, and this message outlines answers to the personal and the professional. So, first thing is first. This may seem like it's all intertwined, but I really think you're going to get your answers if you just listen, okay? You had the Eight of Swords come out, the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Four of Cups in the upright, and the King of Pentacles in the upright. We're going to put the King of Pentacles to the side right now, right? We're just going to put it to the side right now because that's going to be part of your love extension that I'm going to talk about right after this. Now, again, I feel like you saying enough is enough. Like, clearly there's some shit that you over. You don't really want to focus on no more than what you want to, I hear. But something is pinning you in a place where you don't feel as if like you're moving. It's almost like you feel like you're suffocating. And okay, suffocating, ... Now, this King of Pentacles over here with this Knight of Cups. Okay, baby, I think honestly what we're missing here, I should have brought my romance cards out, but I honestly feel like all of what has transpired on the other side, when it comes to you standing up for yourself, you're very strong in that, as roots should be. When it comes to your love life, you're very stern in how you walk and talk because you're so fearful on the inside. Like, it's not even so much the fear I feel, it's the vulnerability of that person existing, being able to say, you know, I'm not here to take anything from you. I'm just here to want to take care of you and be with you. I'm going to go on down the line with why I said that. Okay, your Four of Swords, like I said, your Page of Swords, like I said, you moving forward, you need to get some sleep in this March, okay? Because once you actually, you know, recalibrate yourself and get some rest, get some R&R, I feel like you're going to be okay. Okay, because Seven of Cups out here, you still have options. Like, that lets me know that you have not stopped down. The resilience is there. So let it be that. Again, you got the Ten of Swords here and the Sun in reverse. There's something that came to an end. There's no new start. There's no new start. Maybe the person in the past pretended like they were a King of Pentacles and a Knight of Cups. You know, because at the end of this, you had a Knight of Cups in reverse. Maybe that's not what you want. All right. Maybe that's not what you want. Now, the reason why I say it like that is because this could be the person in the past that came to you and tried to do all that type stuff. But come to find out, different face, a case. All right. And what was in the dark, with your brightness, it probably came to light and you saw them for who they were. I can understand the idea of feeling like you had almost like a mirage. You know, it's kind of like you're in the desert. You wish there was a lake nearby for you to get some water, for you just to realize you're just sitting over there choking on sand. Alright? You thought you had you a knight in shining armor. You had you a stupid ass nigga in tinfoil. I get it. Alright? Excuse my French. But that's just how it is sometimes. Alright? So you had the world in reverse and the two of swords. The gag is the four of swords, the judgment in reverse, the two of wands, the king of swords. Alright? Followed by the seven of pentacles and that knight of cups. You were back and forth in your head night and day, not wanting to let this go, and you were willing not even to put up a fight because you was willing to be with this person so bad. You gotta, somewhere after you get yourself back together and you sleep and you rest and you get your cucumbers on your eyes and do all what you do, seven of pentacles, get back to your work. Get back to your work. Okay, because a knight of pentacle, your knight of cups is in reverse here. It was in the upright when they came to you. They're in the reverse walking away. You pegged their ass. You pegged their ass. And you said, I don't want no parts of you. I got other things I can choose and do and not fuck with and don't have nothing to deal with. Why you're at this point where it's just like, why should I bind myself to some bullshit when I couldn't go off and be by myself and do for myself? Okay, I feel with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse as in this Hermit that came out as your overall energy. I feel like you're going to put certain things to bed, certain things to rest. I hope that you're not going into a hermit mode where you want to disconnect from people altogether. Though I can understand how people can make it very discouraging for you to see people past one person. You know how one makes it bad for everybody, and that one person, they hurt you so bad or they do something so bad it fucks up your vision of seeing everybody else. Hopefully you're not disconnecting because of that. Let me clarify something really quick. Clarify the Hermit. Oh, and it fell on the floor. And it fell all the way almost across the room. So, yeah. Six of Swords. Someone feels bad. Someone feels like they didn't want to walk away. Let's see. Got Six of Swords. Six of Swords. They knew it was time to go. It was almost as if like they were saying like, look, I'm going to close this and then this is going to go with it too. So now it's like the door is closed, but you're still standing at the threshold. Time for you to turn around and face what's new. Face what's new. Alright? On the bottom of that, that's so funny. So just face what's new. It's time for you to face what's new because there's going to be different things that come up now. Alright? Different level. Different devils. So you may not feel like you want to hear this, but I'm going to say it just so you know I got your front, your back, and both your sides. Though you may not want it, though you may not have wanted to walk away, though this situation may have taken you off your pivot a little bit or knocked you off balance, this very well may have had you contemplating a lot of your thoughts, but you strengthen a lot of your flaws, and you have to give yourself credit for that, because the only way to get up is for you to acknowledge what went down and what went with it. Once you're able to distinguish what needs to get rebuilt and what needs to stay as rubble, we typically learn how to build ourselves stronger with what we really need with less baggage, okay? It's not easy walking away the older we get, but it damn sure makes it easier once we learn the lessons we need to learn. And appreciate the benefits of being who you are and having your own path, okay? Don't let someone see what you have going on derail you from what you have that's going to happen for you. Okay, because I feel like looking at some of these cards, especially with the wheel, the star, it keeps popping out. You had a couple of, let me see, you had the sun, you had the wheel of fortune, the star. I don't see not near moon card out here. So your instincts was with you. The force was with you. And I honestly feel like you're going to live for the better now because of this. The funny thing about more than one shot is the first one hurts the most. But I will say this, as much as you did not want to walk away, I'm very proud of you for walking away. Not just because it's time to close that chapter, but because also you were strong enough to do it on your own. And a lot of people can't say that. So with that being said, I'm going to close this out right here. Be sure that y'all like. I definitely do appreciate that. As well as subscribe, so then that way we can help more people. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. Bye.